All right. Well, welcome everybody. This is a meeting that is a long time coming and a short time coming. We've been talking about doing something to the clubhouse and the facilities and golf and all that for years and years and years. And finally, in the last year or two, the momentum has caught up with our aspirations, and we are on our way. So we're very happy to introduce Marmol Radziner, the firm. And I'll start with Real Marmol right here, who's a fabulous architect, fabulous firm, fabulous staff. We've got Andy Thompson here, and he is our project manager, head of our project. We've got Jonathan Schnur, who is the head of the studio that's working on our project. Who's not here is Avery Dunn, who is in all of our meetings, just a really integral part of the process. So, a couple of housekeeping things. This is a presentation. This is not a question and answer. It's not a dialogue. And there. No. We've made provisions for that. We're trying to do this in an organized way. Many of you have already met Linda Downbreck and Henry Denosier. I think they're sitting in the back. And they are with GGN Partners, which we have hired to help us navigate this process. This is a big process. We've got design, we've got financing, we've got how do we solicit a vote, and otherwise forget the vote, what do we do with it? I know it's complicated and no helping us through the process. But I will say that the question and answer part of this day would be in the focus groups. Many of you are registered for focus groups. I would there 4 of them. Mike just told me there's a little bit of room in the 4:30. So if you're not registered or want to be after you see the presentation, go online and click on focus groups and you'll be able to get into the 4:30. So, and if that one's full, let us know and we'll work something out with Linda Haley. So, but that's where we'll have the dialogues. Various folks here will be in those focus groups. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll be able to analytically look at some of the things they've done. We look at it, and we'll be able to move forward from there. So, in terms of everything else, I think that's the bulk of it. And with that, I will, one last thing, and that is this presentation is in person today. We are not live streaming it. However, we are recording it, and because of the way that the presentation is being done on the screens, once we are finished with our presentation today, we'll edit this and edit the real design deck into the presentation. So it will be we don't want you looking at blurry screens and whatever. So that'll be online probably by tomorrow morning. And that'll be available to anybody who is a member of Seven Lakes. All right. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Leo and his team and let them show you what they've been working on.
This is huge.
Test. Yeah, or should we just use you can use this one.
Is this one working? No.
So, Mike, we had some work to do with the AV system.
Big as that.
Okay, thank you all. Good morning. Thank you. We'd like to start by thanking the HOA board for allowing us to be a part of the future of your community. We are incredibly impressed with the Seven Lakes leadership and the vision that they provided to us and are guiding all of you with. It's been a pleasure working with Jim, Julie McAvoy, Michael Rood, just to name a few of the board members. Ron Radziner and I began working together in Los Angeles in 1989. The office now includes over 100 architects, landscape architects, interior designers, with offices in New York City, San Francisco, and of course our home office in Los Angeles. Palm Springs holds a very important place in our hearts, not only because of its rich. Oh, we're continuing to have technical difficulties, and now the slides won't work. I'm not going to start over, though. There we are. Our main office there on the left, and then our San Francisco and New York offices. We can't proceed the slide, so you'll just look at us the entire morning. There we go. You know what that is. So that's okay. So really this community is beloved to us, not only for its rich architectural history, but I personally feel a very strong connection to the valley through its light and color, its traditions, and more than anything, the community that this place holds. The first project that brought us to Palm Springs was the restoration of the Kaufman House by Richard Neutra, which we completed a long time ago in 1998. Soon thereafter, we completed the restoration of the Lowy House by Alvar Frey, which is right next door to the Kaufman House. We restored the Harvey House by Buff and Hensman. That came a few years later. In 2014, we rehabilitated the Santa Fe Savings and Loan by E. Stewart Williams, and that became the Architecture and Design Center for the Palm Springs Art Museum. So the architecture of William Cody and William Harrison here at Seven Lakes is an embodiment of that mid-century modernist aesthetic that visually defined Palm Springs as a destination for leisure and certainly golf community. Today, we're here to share updates on our work with the amenity spaces. The landscape and architectural history here at Seven Lakes is one of the community's greatest assets. Our work is focused on protecting and leveraging that heritage while recognizing that rehabilitation is about creatively extending the life of buildings so they remain vital and relevant for generations to come. So joining me today, as Jim mentioned, to my right is our Associate and Senior Project Manager, Andy Thompson. To my left, our Studio Director, Jonathan Schnurr. And Andy and John are going to lead the project team through this process. It is also being guided from a design perspective by Ron Radziner and our principal, Stephanie Hobbs. So I'm going to turn the presentation over to Andy to walk us through the work we've been engaged with.
Morning, everybody.
Here, you want to use this one? Oh,
Hi.
it's such a lively group. Well,
Morning, everybody. So our work began collaborating with the HOA and clubhouse leadership earlier this fall to evaluate existing club amenities and operations. We focused on the clubhouse building, the parking lot and entry gate, and pools 8 and 9. We evaluated how members currently use these spaces, their ability to support current club needs, and club aspirations going forward and how to support those. all within the context of other comparable private clubs.
The outcome was an architectural programming analysis. This was a fairly hefty document.
It identified important member experiences and outlines the space needs to support them. It also began outlining some of the operational challenges and needs. This document and this research and analysis, in collaboration really with all the staff and the leadership here, served as the foundation for our design work, which we will show. First, the clubhouse. This image is from 1866, roughly standing on the first fairway. This serves as our touch point and captures how Cody's optimistic architecture reflected a modern approach for how a clubhouse, a relatively staid institution at the time, could connect the community and landscape. New modifications to this mounting will bring the original architecture back to the forefront to support an elevated member experience unique to Seven Lakes. The updates will include the various ad hoc changes over the years that have occurred. And they'll include a complete exterior refresh to restore the spirit of this image, a rematter of the interior to support forward-looking uses and coordinate it with the original architecture, and also included our needed building code updates related to seismic strengthening, disabled access, building systems, all of the technical aspects that this building has. This will be the first coordinated, comprehensive update this building has seen since at least the 1980s. So let's dive into the interior planning first. This diagram describes our new concept for the main level. This is not a plan, although it kind of looks like one. Early on, we confronted the current limitations imposed by the existing separation of this space, the central dining space, and the bar lounge space in the east wing. The solution? Remove all of the back-of-house spaces, shown in gray, as much as possible to the south side of the building and away from the north facade's original floor-to-ceiling glass. This allows the central space and the two east and west ends of the building to become a more natural sequence of connected social spaces. This is how the building wants to work. Furthermore, we recognize Cody's original intent of the central space as a dining hall, while probably relevant at the time, no longer really applies. Nowadays, the primary social experience of the clubhouse is the bar and the lounge. It's where people naturally go after golf, you meet up, and where people feel at ease. So we studied what it meant to swap the locations of these. The central space becomes more activated, invited, while more intimate dining is moved to the east wing with a direct connection to the bar lounge and the exterior dining patio. A new stair provides direct connection between the golf course and these spaces. This brings folks directly from the cart path down below up to the new bar lounge. The current multi-use room, the library in the west wing, is also connected directly to the bar lounge with the ability to be closed off and made private. So now plan. We can begin to see how these new social spaces can more fluidly relate to each other and support everything from spontaneous gatherings, drinks and food while seated in the lounge next to the glass, intimate dining, and formal all-club events. And the event capabilities of these spaces was paramount to how we relayed them out. In the bar and the lounge, the bar has seating for 20, so an increase to what's currently available, with another 50 seats in the surrounding lounge area for a total of 70 seats in this particular arrangement. Various seating styles, various ways to use the space. For events, the seating would be moved. A stage set up near the glass and the central space used for a dance floor, very similar to how the space is used now. In the dining space, opportunities for table dining are made available in a space that feels connected to the bar lounge, not completely separated, but with enough intimacy that intimate dining events can happen. This arrangement that we have on screen shows about 30 seats. The space allows for various levels of intimacy, ranging from the banquettes that you see along the wall to open tables, and then beyond sliding glass doors out to the exterior eating patio. The multi-use room over on the west wing. Day to day, a large sliding door would be open and signal this as a quieter space to retreat to. But for meetings and private events, the sliding door can shut for privacy. And the space just outside, where you see those two chairs and have before the steps, becomes a bit of a pre-function space, able for breakouts and with a serving counter available to kind of serve that multi-use room when it's used. Kitchen spaces are resized to better support daily and event dining, and what it means is the kitchen's increased slightly. Other back-of-house spaces, such as storage and staff offices, are evaluated to gain efficiencies in operations and level of member service. You want to make this as comfortable as possible for the staff so they can make it as comfortable as possible for you. Restrooms are resized to meet disabled access requirements and made easily accessible in roughly their same location, but off of the main corridor. Turning to the lower level, this is a diagram also. The main update here, and things that we can meaningfully improve, is the restrooms and the golf shop. The restrooms that currently exist require significant change to meet disabled access requirements. As a result, they can become more generous and comfortable and conveniently accessed directly from the cart path. By doing this, this allows us to improve the golf shop. And the cart bar and serve spaces, these will be refreshed, but relatively left the same. Moving to the floor plan of this level. The restrooms are relocated from within the golf shop to an addition to the east. This addition to the existing golf shop is about 500 square feet. And again, it's not an addition to the shop, it's an addition to the structure to accommodate the enlarged restrooms. By nature of this, this allows us to plan out the golf shop with a more generous and functional layout. We've believed that this is a meaningful improvement to the golf experience. And the increase to the size of the golf shop is roughly about 150 square feet. However, the layout and the location of the new doors makes it far more operationally successful. The cart parking is moved next to the putting green to allow landscape next to the golf shop and windows and entrances. And the design for this level also integrates a water and beverage station just outside of the restrooms and golf shop. Off for the good stuff. Here's a glimpse of the new architecture from roughly the same view as our earlier 1966 photo. So, first fairway. The interior reconfiguration at the main level allows the original extent of the floor-to-ceiling glass at the north facade. Similarly, the golf shop facade is opened to maximize glass. A new trellis is provided for the exterior dining patio. And this patio extends slightly to the north, overhanging the golf shop by a few feet, and to the east over the new restrooms. This is a view from roughly the first tee. The trellis covering the exterior patio provides adjustable shades along with integrated heating, lighting, and fans. Oh. Making dreams come true.
It's so simple.
Forget the rest, right? Just up. Okay.
The slight patio extension to the north provides a ways planter along the perimeter of that patio, which then serves as a guardrail and really architecturally finishes that building. While the western expansion pushes the building east, there stays room for a cart path to continue to the parking lot, as it does now, and for about 7 to 10 cart parking spaces. So no meaningful change to how that's functioning.
This is a view from a putting green.
The stair connecting to the main level is designed as part of the landscape experience, and it already extends underneath of the clubhouse volume that was original to the structure. The golf shop opens elegantly towards the course with doors, allowing Ron to interact easily between the two. Ron could just run in and out. A pocket entry to the left leads to the left of the golf shop, leads directly to the bathrooms, to the restrooms, without needing to pass through the golf shop. This is a huge functional improvement for high volume days, obviously. The water and beverage station sits just outside of that, with space for a bench or two, and creates just an inviting place to get ready. You can see the patio trellis here also includes retractable shades at the sides. So we're going to zoom back out and focus on the site surrounding this all. We focused on the clubhouse arrival experience, beginning at the vehicular gates and running all the way through to where you arrive at the clubhouse main entry. The vehicular gates include slightly larger woods to improve access and maneuverability. And located just west of the exit gate, we've added a secure member-only pedestrian gate, which should improve access for those coming and going on foot or a bicycle.
You don't really like how it works right now, where you have to jostle through the gates?
Additional landscape and trees for shading are added throughout the site with no loss to parking counts. And finally, a new cart parking area is added near the clubhouse main entry, so you can kind of see it after you pull in there off to the left. So the view from the public way. Important to signal the elevated work that we're trying to do here. Modifications to the existing guardhouse are made in the spirit of Hugh Captor's original design. So clean lines, more elegance, more simplicity, more thought. The gates and fencing are redesigned to simplify and reduce their visual competition with the landscape and their architecture. We're not trying to make any design statements with the fencing. We're just trying to make it go away. And we've really focused on the importance of the landscape. Increase landscape space wherever we possibly can. Increase trees for shade. All soften and frame the view to the clubhouse main entry. And lastly, you'll see the site lighting uses the existing albedo style globe lighting, which we think is important and is character defining. But we will relocate these on very standard posts so that they're not on top of the slump block kind of posts that we currently have. So the elevated sense of arrival at the clubhouse main entry. Landscape is increased here also to reduce paving and soften the experience. And by removing the kind of awkward non-original site walls and returning to William Cody's original design of entering the clubhouse on access with solid wood front doors. Glass on either side of the doors, you'll see if you look closely, reveals Cody's original breeze block walls inside. So this experience really begins to frame what comes next. Extending the arrival experience into the entry lobby. These breeze block wells are retained and highlighted with a small skylight above each one.
The existing floor level changes that we all know and love are negotiated in a more elegant way by returning the steps to the central space and providing required ramps to the side. And as I cycle through the images, you'll get a better sense of how this works. Materials of terrazzo tile, wood elements, metal details, and warm plaster walls begin to help the space feel refined and welcoming. We can see the Bell Lounge beyond, so as views from the entry through the space to the expansive view of the course and the community. By locating the bar lounge in the central space, members can enjoy a variety of options. Lounge seating near the glass, seats at the bar, table seating, room to stand behind friends at the bar, all while engaging with the light and the views on three sides that this space provides. Working from the bar lounge back towards the entry, so this is almost as if you're standing over by where Ignacio is over there. The ceiling in the space is kept at its current height, but steps down about 10 inches near the glass, and this is on purpose to hide retractable solar shades for all of the glazing. So we can say goodbye to these shutters. Above the bar is a ceiling feature designed to discreetly hold television screens for those at the bar, so we can watch while not impacting others in the lounge. This is a tool to try and bring screens into the space without taking up the space with screens. The bar is kept open with no obstructions rising above the bar height. And the liquor and line display that you might expect above the bar is actually integrated within a bank of display casework beyond. So if you look kind of to the left, a little bit past that screen wall, and this kind of becomes a feature that you circulate around when going to the dining space, as you can see here. This captures the view back to the bar and lounge from within the dining space itself. So we're in the east wing. To the left is that bank of display casework. And to the left of that, off to the side, is a doorway to the new restrooms. To the right is the glass wall looking out to the exterior dining patio. And beyond, straight ahead, in the distance, is the multi-use room. So visibility from one end of the building completely to the other. This is a view of the dining space looking roughly the opposite direction from where we were just standing. The banquette seating along the wall spills to open tables and sliding doors to the exterior dining patio outside. And the existing door at the end of this space remains for those who wish to come directly for dining and park their carts on the east side of the building in that cart path that we were showing earlier. This is just a view of those banquettes, a little bit more close up with the host and serving station to the left near that door. And we see these banquettes as an important dining destination. Desirable tables for intimate dining. These would serve as a counterpoint to the more open lounge and open tables. And the patio. Important to us is the comfort of this space. The trellis design integrates, as I said before, adjustable louvers above, on top, and retractable screens at the side, at the sides to provide shade that can be adjusted. Integrated lighting and heating in the trellis for evenings, and seating fans for cooling. This improves the indoor-outdoor connection to the dining space. And these improvements in comfort will increase the daily use of this space, but also its functionality for events. Now into the pools. Harrison's original pool area drawings and design evoke a series of oases seamlessly integrated into the landscape. And we fixated on how to achieve this design intent within the context of current codes and other needed practical updates. Missing in this view are fences, which we all know about. The fences are required, though. This is pool 8. Our design relocates those required fences away from a pavement edge and bury it in the landscape. Like the fencing in the gates at the front entry, a darker color allows the fencing to retreat into the background. The Renata and the pool deck receive complete refresh in addition to some functional updates. The pool deck paved areas are adjusted to increase the landscaping while still accommodating very generous lounge spaces. A fire pit and space for seating are added to encourage the use during cool evenings. The Ramada restrooms are reduced from the existing double configuration to a single occupancy restroom and shower. This allows for more generous space and less maintenance of redundant facilities. Instead of the existing double saunas, which haven't been used for years, a storage room is provided, and this is a needed operational space for facilities. This is going to hold the furniture that you see out here during the off-season, umbrellas, other things. The Ramada kitchens will be updated to increase functionality, ease of maintenance, and encourage use. And the idea here is not to go crazy with the kitchens, but certainly improve them to a point that people desire to use them. And they're solving some functional issues such as where you put the trash. Updates to Pool 9, Mashla is at Pool 8. With the addition of with a standard length, 75-foot long lap pool. And in addition, spaces that support member wellness have become expected amenities at comparable clubs. As such, we're suggesting a small but meaningful space for fitness for Seven Lakes. It became clear the Pool 9 area was the best fit for this. Proximity to the tennis and pickleball courts and the lap pool. It all makes it a logical location. It also happens to be the spot where we have the most real estate to work with here. Yeah. So we're gonna have a look at the new fitness building. This is the path leading from the street near Pool 9 to Pool 9. And you can see the pool kind of off to the right behind that fencing. So to kind of orient yourselves, the condos are behind us, and that new fitness building is situated in the space that exists between the existing Ramada and the street. It's a small building, and architecturally strives not to compete with the original Harrison buildings. It uses materials and forms that rhyme with it. This view is from the other path, so kind of a little further, like south. This path, again, the street is behind us, Pool 9 is ahead of us. You could begin to see the Ramada behind those kind of the existing Ramada behind those palm trees to the left of that new stone wall for the new building. And that door that you see the folks kind of walking to, that's the main entry for the fitness building. So this is a little further down that path, and you're actually looking at the existing Ramada in the foreground, so you can get a sense of what we would do to that existing structure to bring it back to its original form. And then you can kind of sneak a view of what is the captured outdoor fitness space between the new building and the Ramada, one amongst those palm trees there. And here's a view of the outdoor fitness space. which is an extension of the interior, really. Large sliding doors, flexible use, behind a fence. We go to the plan. Again, just a simple bidding with a set of spaces facilitating individual and group activities, while being flexible enough in plan to adapt to how fitness trends may evolve. The plan includes that's a large gym space there for workout, weight training, stretching, cardio equipment. Rete proprio studio, yoga, mat Pilates, things like that. Support spaces include 2 small restrooms and a storage space and janitor's closet. And the outdoor fitness area is captured between the existing Ramada and this building, kind of creating a private, semi-private courtyard space. The existing trees, wherever possible, will be retained, and new trees added to help with shade. It has been very exciting to work with you and very exciting to share all of this work with you today. We appreciate the opportunity to do so. John, I'm going to turn it over to John. And Jen's going to talk very briefly about next steps, which should bridge nicely to this afternoon's conversations. So thank you.
Today. I don't know how to follow that presentation, so thank you.
Thanks, Andy and Leo. And I think, really what we're trying to do here next is, I think, just reiterate where we are in the process and where we're going to be going. So just as a reminder, the work that presented here represents the first phase of design, the schematic design phase. In the coming weeks, the design will be further refined to produce a set of drawings that will be used for the general contractor to estimate costs. We anticipate cost estimation to be completed after the new year in a club vote late in the first quarter of 2026. After that vote, future phases of our work will further develop the design and technical aspects of the project during the design, development, and construction documents phase. During this time, we anticipate the City of Palm Springs will be processing the application for the historic nomination. With any luck, we hope Seven Lakes will receive the historic designation ahead of our application for building permits next year. We will then support the project during the construction phase to ensure that the work meets our standards and historic structures are respected along the way. Our goal is to complete the clubhouse construction for a soft opening in October of 2027 in advance of the season grand opening in November 2027 with full operation. I think as we close here, I think, again, to reiterate what Leo and Andy have mentioned and been intimated to you, is that we really do want to thank you for everybody for showing up today. We really enjoy the opportunity and to present to you as well. Your feedback will help refine this vision as it moves forward. This afternoon, we will be looking forward to the opportunity to hearing directly from many of you about this project. We look forward to hearing your questions at that time. I think this is where we're going to break. We just wanted to close out by thanking the HOA board as well as club leadership for organizing and allowing us to present to everybody. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing everybody in the focus groups. Thanks.